Two cruise ships. Two very different destinations.
Holy, it's hot out.
Royal Princess in the Caribbean.
Better than right here.
And Star Princess in Alaska.
Fresh glacier water. Yes.
With cruising more popular than ever.
That's a beautiful view. It's very inspiring.
Being second best.
There we go, and there you see the whale.
Is not an option.
Oh, yes, sir.
And with thousands of passengers demanding 5-star service.
Wow, it's like a dream suite.
The captains and crews of both ships must cope when the unexpected happens.
50 meters, 50.
We're not gonna make it.
This time, a beach party on the ship's own private resort is a military operation in the Caribbean.
More hands, easier, more faster.
Royal Princess's newest doctor is put to the test.
I'm just going to change and then I'll come to the medical center.
In Alaska, Star Princess has a soggy setback.
OMG.
As the crew battles with a leak.
See, we have a problem.
Already.
And Timothy faces a fishy problem.
Here, fishy, fishy.
Royal Princess is on its 5-month season cruising around 17 tropical destinations in the Caribbean, ranging from the mountainous St. Kitts to the colonial grandeur of Antigua and the bustle of Barbados. This afternoon, on a 10-day cruise, they're in the southern Caribbean, in the Lesser Antilles Islands and the Dutch-speaking island Bonair. They were due to depart 15 minutes ago.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The captain speaking. Just to advise of a short delay in sailing. We have a problem with the power supply to a couple of the mooring winches forward, and until we have that resolved, we wouldn't be able to get the lines in.
Down in the mooring station, the winches that wind in the lines have no power. Staff Captain Alessandro is feeling the heat.
We are trying to reset the system and hopefully shortly it's going to be back in position.
There's time pressure. It's so not great to be minimum lines holding the ship against this wind.
The pressure is on to get power back soon, and they're going nowhere until it is. Heading to the shore excursion office, Timothy has a new boss, manager Isabel.
These are beef patties, Jamaican beef patties. Have you tried?
No, never.
Isabel is keen for Timothy to get a real taste of the Caribbean.
Right.
Very
So I need to go.
Very spicy.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you just told them now? Jamaican experience.
Jamaican hot.
If he ever recovers from the patty, Timothy now has increased responsibilities in the Caribbean.
We meet in the Princess Theater for 8 o'clock, okay?
Ooh, earlier.
Yeah, but I'll be up at 5 a.m., so you can think of me then.
Okay.
Tomorrow, he's dispatching passengers shoreside for the first time. Back in the mooring station, Alessandro hopes he's solved the loss of power with an old-fashioned reboot.
See, now it's getting in gear yellow, disengage in the blue. Automation is like a nice lady. You need to have a lot of patience. High maintenance, too.
Yes, cool.
Okay, half mooring bridge, let go, everything. Bonair pilot.
Royal Princess, this pilot.
Okay, we're gonna go.
Royal Princess finally departs Bonair, half an hour behind schedule. And the team can breathe a sigh of relief, for now.
The main problem was arrival tomorrow if we don't have the winches. To leave is always easy. Worst case scenario, you cut the rope. But you have to arrive the day after.
If the power to the winches fails tomorrow, they won't be able to moor, so everyone's on tenterhooks until then. Next stop is Grenada, 440 miles away. It's dawn, and the ship enters St. George's, the capital of Grenada, known as the Spice Island, with nutmeg and cinnamon among its claims to fame.
Okay, we're gonna take all control on the port wing.
Okay, taking all controls of the port wing.
Everyone on ship and shore is hoping today's mooring goes without a hitch.
Okay, stand.
Second Officer James is overseeing the operation this morning, hoping there's no repeat of yesterday's power failure to the winches.
Bridge forecastle, heaving line ashore, running the spring.
His first priority is to secure the spring line to stop the ship moving forward.
Tie slack!
Stop, stop!
Bridge forecastle, that's the spring on the bollard.
So far, the winches are holding up. They might have the power problem solved, but they've got other things to worry about.
Seacoast Bridge, I'm reckoning we have 10 metres to come ahead still.
10 metres to come ahead, yeah, we've moved backwards. It's fine like this.
In the days of sail, the trade winds blowing in from the coast of Africa were a boon for Caribbean mariners. But today, they present a headache for James.
It's often quite windy, so you need to make sure the lines are out quite quickly and the ship is stopped using this spring here.
Keep the white.
It's crucial he gets the tension just right.
Keep the red.
The mooring operation can be an incredibly dangerous operation. It's one of the most dangerous operations we do on board. The dangers are that these lines are elasticated, so with all the weight that's on them, especially when it is windy, they tend to snap.
Stop the red.
Touch slack! Easing all the time, Captain.
It's a textbook mooring. And Royal Princess is once again safely docked, ready for passengers to disembark.
Got to be happy with yourself when you've done a successful operation. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Especially when we had the troubles yesterday, and then I come down, it's all sorted. Just makes you look like a hero.
But the trade winds blow in another problem. Tropical rain. Caribbean weather can change suddenly. Heading out into the rain this morning is Timothy. He's on passenger tour dispatch duty for the first time.
Hello.
He was expecting his boss to be with him.
Where is Isabel?
Isabel's put Timothy in charge of coordinating all the departing tours for the first time.
There's 3 different tour operators today. All good.
The weather is not the only unpredictable thing Timothy has to deal with in the Caribbean.
We work on Caribbean time, so everything's a bit late. But we just manage. It's all part of the fun. Morning. Nice to see you. Are you on a tour? 110 right over to the left. Ooh, it's getting hot. I always feel like I'm in menopause here in the Caribbean. Like, 8:20? You were, oh, this group here.
Timothy will be back later when the tours return. In the meantime, back on board, passengers can take comfort that any medical ailments from infections to injuries are looked after by a team of 8 resident doctors. And there's a new doctor in the house.
This is my first time on the ship. This is also my first contract, first time at sea.
She's Dr. Laverne, an A&E consultant from Cape Town, South Africa. Her first visit is to the uniform office.
Joel, hi. The one thing that I don't have is a white belt for the white skirt. This is like a cool costume store, so they've got all the outfits here for absolutely everyone that works on board.
From captain to cleaner, there are 15,000 outfits of all sizes down here.
Oh, thanks, Joel.
Now fully kitted out, Dr. Laverne's emergency consultant skills could be put to the test at any time.
No one wants to get sick on their holiday. No one wants to cut their holiday short, but unfortunately, we can't, no one can predict an illness. This is a very professional and highly trained team. And I think for the passengers that use cruise ships, they can rest assured to know that it's a well-oiled machine.
Down in the harbour, Timothy and his colleague Henry are getting ready to meet passengers returning from tours.
We're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Did the Spice Garden already come back?
Already back, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The rain's back, 5 buses are late, and the ship's departure is imminent.
If we're late, it affects everything, like getting into another port. Fuel is a big cost on the ship, so then we'll have to speed up to get there in time. So nobody wants to waste money, you know? Time is money. Departure time's 1:30, and it is 1:15.
1:15. So, 15 minutes left. Yikes.
Timothy is shoreside in Grenada as his late tour buses return one by one. But he's not home and dry just yet.
We have 10 minutes to get 5 buses full of people through the long terminal and the long pier.
With duty-free shops.
With duty-free shops.
Timothy has to let the bridge know the latest, but his signals deserted him.
I can't get the bridge.
No reception. There's no reception.
We're not getting reception to tell the ship that all the tours are back.
Wow. Be careful.
While Timothy tries to radio the bridge, his colleague Marcella has a delicate job rounding up stragglers in the terminal building with its 50 stores of discounted watches, perfumes and souvenirs.
It's 1:29 now, 1:30 is all aboard. We don't have time for shopping. Let's go chop chop. As long as you're not shopping, it's fine. The store managers hate me because I go inside the shop and I go, let's go, no time. Royal Princess! Royal Princess!
As the last of the passengers are coaxed back to the ship...
Another successful day?
In paradise.
Yeah, a rainy paradise.
Just 15 minutes late, Captain Bob commands Royal Princess to leave Grenada. Down in her cabin, Dr. Laverne is on call tonight.
Hello. You guys look handsome.
But unless she's needed, she can enjoy a night out at the theatre with her colleagues.
Do you have your escape route figured out for if you get called away? No?
No sooner has she settled in than she gets a call.
Hi, Mabel. What you got? I'm just going to go back to my cabin and then just change, and then I'll come to the medical center.
A passenger is ill and needs to be seen quickly. This is Dr. Laverne's first urgent call at sea. She needs to get her patient to a hospital. So for the crew, it's full steam ahead to get to port. Upstairs, in the calm of the concierge lounge, Brazilian Eber is on duty. This exclusive lounge is reserved for passengers who have booked one of the 40 suites on board that cost up to £7,000 a week.
Eber speaking, how can I help you?
Eber's got 70 VIP passengers and is determined to impress by knowing everyone's name.
Sometimes when they come very first time and I know them by the names but they never been here, oh my God, they almost faint in front of me. How do you know my name? I say, somehow I know.
But memorizing names for each new cruise is a big job, and he needs a helper. Step forward, roommate Timothy.
So what do? How do you remember their names?
I try to think about something funny. If they have any characteristic, I try to make that even more. So I can, that person with the...
You can associate.
Associate, yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Lee, easy.
Yeah.
I don't need to think. I just think of Bruce Lee. So I see the fire. So what I'd like to do is like a quiz.
Yeah.
You show me the picture and I need to guess the name.
So if I showed you these two people?
I know, Mr. and Mrs. Grossman.
How do you know that?
Oh. Daniel and Christine.
What?
From Riviera 614.
You're like Rain Man. You know what I do is I just say, hey, babes. Babes, how are ya?
As Eber hopes he's now got the names memorized, Royal Princess heads off through the night. Meanwhile, down on deck 4, bar staff have gathered for a special job.
Hola.
Bar manager Lilia faces a mammoth task getting ready for a day trip.
We go with this one to the front, and this one we keep there, here.
Tomorrow, the ship will visit its very own private resort, Princess Cays, for the mother of all beach parties. It's a free treat for all passengers, and Lilia is in charge.
The biggest challenge is to go to the island and have everything prepared there. They already respond that they have ice, they have trolleys, they have glasses, and water supply is working, so we should be okay.
Okay, Malibu ramp. Malibu. Should be 4.
With 4 beach bars to set up, they'll have to take everything they need from the ship.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 skis.
That's 100 bottles of spirits, 1,400 bottles of beer, and 1,200 bottles and cans of soft drinks.
Bar stop, please. I need you all hands here.
And Lilia must make sure they don't forget anything.
And salt? You have? I know, yeah. Get 2.
Lilia and her team have just 12 hours to get their beach party ready for a mere 3,000 passengers.
The girls are resting because as soon as they arrive on the island, they start to clean everything.
Away from the hubbub of the main passenger areas, up on deck 14, in the concierge lounge, Eber, the VIP's personal customer service agent, is about to put his name memory trick to the test.
So we have the Lees here in the house. I go and talk to them. Mr. Lee, Mrs. Lee, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
How's everything going so far? So I feel like a big winner. When I call by the name without even look to anything. Oh, they feel very important. And I feel so happy. Sometimes they even comment, they give the comment, Eber knew my name from the first moment. And they get like very happy.
With Eber feeling very chuffed with himself, the ship sails away to the Bahamas and a beach party tomorrow. It's early morning, and Royal Princess is at anchor at the tip of the island Eleuthera in the Bahamas for Operation Princess Cays.
More hands, easier, more faster, thank you.
It's all systems go for bar manager Lilia, who's up against the clock.
Guys, Amel, hello. Wake up.
She's got just 1 hour to set up, with passengers already looking forward to the free beach barbecue.
We need to ask the guy for the plastic glasses. It should be here.
There's a hitch. They've got all the drink, but the case of glasses is missing in action.
Okay, Hera, so one of the bars took one ski. They don't have checks, they have nothing. So can you check in bungalow, please?
Good morning, folks. Just straight round, please.
As passengers start to arrive on the island, the search for the elusive case is on.
By any chance, do you think they left it there? Yeah, check there, please. Thank you.
Back on the ship, Eber is perfecting his secret memory trick.
This couple here, oh, they're so nice. He's like a lord. The way he speaks, his name is Harry, Dr. Harry. And when I look at him, I connect with Harry Potter. Make me remember. I see him and I imagine him dressing like Harry Potter. So, who is this guest? Oh, Harry. Miss Dr. Harry, how are you?
And as if by magic, who should appear in the corridor?
How are you, Mr. Harry?
Oh, all right. Would you know how I could get a softer pillow?
Yes.
I
will communicate with the
Could you do that?
accommodation department, yeah.
That's wonderful. I really appreciate
Oh,
that.
a pleasure. And Mrs. Dorothy, how is she?
No, she just has a time of her life, relaxing. You can spoil us here. We notice you're doing a good job.
You enjoy the day. And the
you.
pillows will come later on, okay?
Okay.
The new pillows.
Appreciate it.
With Harry Potter's pillows sorted, back on the island, the ship is sending a medical team and Dr. Laverne is on duty.
This is a huge difference from the way I used to work at back home. I've never worked on a beach before, so this is quite cool.
There's news about the glasses.
Woohoo! Where was it? The cooler that we were missing, everybody looking like crazy for it. It was on the pontoon. Can you slap him for me because I'm getting stretched just because of that? But nobody checked, so nobody knew. A little bit drama in the beginning, but all the bars are ready to go.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
Enjoy your day.
To your health, rocks, Princess Cruises, the sun of the beach.
Our first bird of the island!
We're enjoying the breeze and this beautiful view. They can't be better than right here at Princess Key. Right, George?
Right.
It's phenomenal. I can't believe they carry all of the stuff off the ship all the way here just for one day and then bring it all the way back up.
While the majority of the ship's passengers are already making the most of the half-mile of white sandy beach shoreline, over in the first aid post, Dr. Laverne is dealing with cuts from seashells, sunburn and other minor ailments of the beach.
I think you need to soak this. Nothing. Yeah.
Got stung by a sea urchin. At first it stung really bad and then it just kind of went numb and it's fine.
For Dr. Laverne, used to a frantic A&E department, it's a culture shock, but so far, a very pleasant one.
I can't think of any place better to be right now. You can't get this anywhere.
Now it's 10 o'clock, so we have 1, 2, 3 hours, and then we're packed again.
But until then, there's a party to be had. And hopefully just the empty bottles to be returned to the ship. Early morning in the Canadian port of Vancouver. And before Star Princess sets off for the wilds of Alaska, she needs to stock up on provisions.
There are another 7 pallets coming off that truck right at the end, Walter.
Where they're going is so remote, food and beverage manager Janice needs to check in enough supplies for 3,500 people.
Here's all action.
To last them until they return here in 2 weeks.
Checked off some of the alcohol. Important delivery. This is all shrimp here.
Nothing can be left behind, and she's working against the clock.
Got to have everything on by 3:30. If we don't, I think it costs about another $50,000 an hour.
You're going in here? Yes. Where are you going?
On board, Janice's boss, food and beverage director Roy, marshals the stock.
It's like chess. You have to move everything around so it all fits in.
He runs a tight ship, and now he's ramping up the pressure on Janice.
I'd really like to see if we can get everything on by 2:30.
Oh my God. Right now, at this minute, I am overwhelmed.
While Janice tries to meet her new deadline,
Babushka, aloha.
Hey, you're right.
Upstairs, there's a new hotel general manager in charge. Peter is getting a final handover from the current manager, Tim.
Make sure there's no soap residue, any splashes in the showers.
Yep.
It's their job to make sure over 1,200 cabins are ready for the passengers about to come on board.
I don't think there's a normal hotel ashore would ever turn around 100% of its occupancy in a day.
With even the cheapest cabin costing £1,300 a week, guests will be expecting the best.
I see they do the blankets on the balconies. Is that standard for all the Alaska season?
Yeah, for the Alaska season.
For Peter, the stakes are high. This will be the first time he's held the top job.
Well, I've always had my eye on the hotel manager position.
The pager?
Just over 15 years later, and it happened.
And that's your elevator key. It's all yours.
And now he's got the big job, he gets the big responsibilities.
Very excited to be here, but nervous.
Packed for the Alaskan summer, where temperatures can drop below 10 degrees Celsius, 2,500 guests begin to arrive. As the frantic last-minute preparations continue below, on deck, passengers are enjoying a prime view of the Vancouver skyline and basking in the late August sun while it lasts.
Hello.
Back for his 14th summer cruising Alaska, Italian Captain Tuvo has made this route his own.
You know, normally people take a bit longer to find the ice cream place.
Oh, yeah.
You did on the first day. Welcome on board.
There's one thing that separates this special cruise from all others.
To me, the best part is to be able to see the expression of the face of the passenger when they get to see the nature. If it's a whale or if it's a glacier, the nature up in Alaska is unbelievable.
Janice's deadline is half an hour away, but some stock is missing in action.
This has not come yet. Maybe they put it on a different ship. Oh, like that. Olive oil. Pork tenderloin. Smoked salmon. Ooh. I don't remember seeing none of this.
Without these vital ingredients, the chef can't deliver his menu.
If it's not here, then it could delay the ship.
Most of the passengers are now also on board, including the Howards, who have already flown over 2,000 miles from Florida for the experience.
Going into the glaciers,
awesome.
That's what I really want to see.
Yeah.
And for their once-in-a-lifetime trip, they're splashing out.
It's called the Grand Suite, and I have no idea what to expect. We could take the elevator up.
In search of their room, the Howards could wander almost 2 miles of corridors.
There you go, aft to the right.
Somewhere amongst nearly 1,300 cabins is the Grand Suite.
Oh, okay, I went on the wrong side. Because we'll go down here to the lift and come across that way.
It's the most expensive on board, costing over £6,000 a week.
There you go.
Wow, check this out.
Gorgeous.
This is not a small bathroom. Look at this thing. It's like a dream suite.
I don't think that's for us.
While the Howards settle in, back on the dock, it's good news for Janice.
Misunderstanding of paperwork there, and the items are actually on board.
There are just 8 minutes till departure. With everything ready, there's a last-minute glitch. A passenger is running late.
Any update on my passenger that's supposed to arrive?
She still hasn't parked the car. I would then call the captain and see what he wants to do.
So she hasn't parked the car yet? Unbelievable.
If she doesn't arrive soon, Captain Tuvo may have no choice but to leave without her.
Update is we have no idea where this woman is, so if you guys are happy, we go. You're putting pressure on me.
Thank you.
Captain Tuvo must decide whether to hold up the entire ship and risk a hefty fine or leave the latecomer in Vancouver.
All right. Steve?
Engine and thruster.
Engine and thruster, please.
20 minutes behind schedule, he gives the order to set sail.
Hello?
With one less passenger.
It's not nice and it's not easy. Unfortunately, I have to make the call.
Star Princess, a 17-story floating hotel, finally begins her voyage.
Start to increase speed ahead.
Forward side.
But barely out of the docks, there's Vancouver's Lionsgate Bridge to contend with.
Stadium 10. We have approximately 14 feet of clearance. 5 meters we should be between the funnel and the bridge. We have to go and go through. And then 10 knots.
That's reduced now, 10 knots. All clear port side.
Speed is okay. Yeah, finger crossed. See? You hold your breath and you go through.
Captain Tuvo will take Star Princess north towards Alaska's Inside Passage. The voyage promises spectacular scenery and world-famous glaciers.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't know.
Over at Shore Excursions, queues are already forming, but there's a familiar face on hand to help.
Can I help you?
Shore Excursions agent Timothy has traded in warmer waters for the more unusual attractions of Alaska.
Let me check. I have no idea. Sorry. Why does it cost more?
There are 150 excursions on offer on the Alaskan cruise, And Timothy's going to have to get up to speed with them if he's to keep the confidence of his passengers.
I just had a question about the hunting halibut.
Hunting halibut, I have no idea. The tour is my problem right now, so I don't know a lot of the tours that we do.
Timothy is already making quite an impression on his colleagues.
But it's very nice. I will be more than happy if he can work in the last station, so a little bit more far away from here.
To help Timothy knowledgeably serve his passengers, his boss Nico has a plan.
Do you know how the tour runs?
Which one?
Salmon fishing.
No.
No?
Tell me.
Tomorrow, I want you to go on tour, learn everything about the tour.
But Timothy will have company, his new colleague, Karen.
So you two are going?
Oh, us two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
As Star Princess pushes north, the temperature drops 10 degrees.
We're heading over to the Alaskan waters from Vancouver. It's a wee bit rocky today, like trying to hold on like this.
And when the rain clears, the passengers get their first glimpse of what lies ahead.
Greetings, greetings everyone.
The ship gears up for dinner service,
Hello, greetings.
and food and beverage manager Janice does her rounds, checking all is well.
Yeah, all good, yeah.
Every day, the ship's 5 galleys serve 7,000 meals and produce 6,000 cakes and pastries.
This is my favorite place. I love coming in here. It's very hot, huh?
But in a crew-only area, away from the sweet treats, Janice spots something amiss.
Smells weird in here. Oh, hello. OMG. See, we have a problem.
The leak has set off alarm bells. Janice has called in both her boss, Roy, and new hotel general manager, Peter. The suspicion is that an old problem has returned.
We had a leak behind a bulkhead over there that leaked out onto the carpet going into the restaurant.
Look at the state of this.
Okay. Where was the leak coming from? We're still investigating it.
If the leak gets worse, it could put passenger areas out of action. So Roy is taking control.
Okay. We're going to take up the carpet. We're going to break the cement.
Yeah.
We're going to go back to the
metal.
Yeah.
the metal, okay? Then we're going to leave it a couple of days to see if there's anything else.
That's what I need.
Okay.
Drilling out the floor will disturb the guests. But tomorrow they'll be in port, and so while the passengers go ashore, the team will seize their chance. On his way back to his office, Hotel General Manager Peter spots something unexpectedly risque in the International Cafe.
I see carrot cake that looks inappropriate. Orange penises with green testicles on the carrot cake. The carrot cake should have the little...
Peter calls for Food and Beverage Director Goran to restore modesty to the display.
Just have a look at the carrot cake when you have a second. Have a look at the carrots on top of the carrot cake. Top of the mountain. We'll get it fixed.
The ship's covered 600 miles and is nearing her first stop, Ketchikan, the gateway to Alaska's west coast. Steering a 109-ton ship between fjords takes a confident driver.
We arrived this way and we have to do a swing and a park. Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
10,000 people live in Ketchikan, where salmon fishing is the main business.
This is your captain speaking to you from the bridge. Believe it or not, we managed to find Ketchikan.
As shore excursions agent, it's Timothy's job to know all the trips on offer. So he's getting some hands-on experience on one of the most popular tours. A 160-pound half-day fishing trip in a skippered boat.
I'm going fishing. Yeah.
Karen wastes no time in giving Timothy some feedback.
I will say that you start to speak too loud and you scare the fish, and that was the issue. Easy. Easy.
I'll be very quiet. I'll be like this.
Your fishing rod. Take that rod butt, put it in your hip. If you let that rod go slack, you'll lose your fish.
Okay.
Now all we have to do is watch him. Wait for a bite.
I'm ready.
While Timothy has to learn silence and patience, for head of maintenance Raoul, speed is of the essence. Before the passengers return to the ship, he has to take up the floor and deal with the leak.
You need to hurry up. Can you imagine yours in your cabin and somebody's hammering you? The gas is not going to be happy.
Just like I told you, in your hip.
Out in the bay, things are less tense. On the salmon fishing tour, Karen's got a bite.
Hey! I'm doing it the right way.
Yeah. You're going the right way. Keep doing what you're doing.
Ah!
It's gone.
It's gone?
Oh, no. I would say it'd be her fault, but she's very upset, so I don't want to upset her anymore. So let's just say that some fishies come and some fishies go.
But there's a consolation waiting for Karen.
Whales, right there.
Where?
Right there's a humpback. You see that ripple in the water?
Yeah, right there?
Yep, that's a humpback. Right
Oh, there he is.
Oh my God! Oh, so
Oh, wow. First time since you've seen this whale.
Yes.
As evening approaches, and with passengers back aboard, Star Princess forges north into colder waters towards the glacier fields. With the miles passing beneath them, the guests relax, entertained by the 500 restaurant and bar staff and 50 theatrical crew. It's morning on the shore excursions desk, and with all the facts at his disposal, Timothy's sales are now soaring.
I sold almost 11,000. Bam. Pretty good, eh? Oh my God.
And Karen's getting onto Timothy's wavelength.
You're amazing.
Leaving the train!
Ice-covered mountains pull passengers out on deck. Star Princess is nearing the glacier field, and the glacier they all came to see.
A very good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen.
In an hour, we're going to see the face of the glacier. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
I still love it like day one. It's still a magic place.
To new friends and to a wonderful cruise.
On deck 11 in the Grand Suite, the Howards have invited some fellow guests to enjoy the views from their front row seat. But new hotel general manager Peter
I'm on my way.
is too busy to take in the sights.
Morning, how are you?
Janice has some bad news for him.
Ah.
There is still a leak.
Still a leak.
Do we know what caused the leak? No.
I would say it could be a leak in the drain. Or it could be a leak in the bulkhead if there's any piping.
Like here, maybe.
Yeah.
For now, they'll cap the water pipe to the area affected, and further investigations will be carried out once the cruise is over. But there's a small victory for Peter in the International Cafe.
The carrots are gone, it's now chocolate swirls. Looks good.
Now, almost half a mile from the gigantic Hubbard Glacier, Captain Tuvo steers closer to give his passengers an unforgettable view.
Y'all come out here and see this.
The Hubbard Glacier is 76 miles long and over 6 miles wide.
Oh, look how blue it is. It's just beautiful.
Slowly, slowly reducing revs. Slowly, slowly.
Starboard 5.
A specialist pilot who is expert in these waters and their dangers is on hand to assist Captain Tuvo.
Half a mile as close as we want to get. There are things called shooters where the ice comes up from the bottom. next to the face, so we stay away from the face.
They have to trade off the balance between giving passengers the best possible views
Slowing down all the time.
Okay.
against the risk to the ship of being too close.
Shoot, there are pieces of ice that come from underneath, like a champagne cork. If they need the boat propeller, that's it, you're not gonna go anywhere.
Wow.
It's just awesome. It's amazing to witness this.
Oh my gosh. That is a big piece of ice. Wow.
So we're from Florida. We see palm trees every day. So this is such a treat for us to come here and see this. It's flowing all around us.
The Alaskan summer is the annual calving season, when the glacier edge breaks into the sea. Captain Tuvo can only hope his passengers will be lucky enough to see it happen.
Sometimes the big pieces look like they fall on slow motion. Sound, the splashing. You should see the old picture.
This view is absolutely spectacular. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. People save up for many years to come here for a bucket list cruise. And then this is what you get to see. Did it fall? Oh! Oh, wow, it just capped!
Beautiful. That was a big carving. So that's, I'm really pleased. Made my day. Booyah! You see, that's where it goes.
Next time, in the Caribbean, the search is on for a bartender with the flair factor for Royal Princess.
Okay, stop. I need to find a Tom Cruise from Princess Cruises.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
There are ups and downs for Timothy, making sure his tours are accessible.
So now I start counting. 1.
In Alaska, Star Princess heads to a remote national park, but bad weather could scupper the trip.
Wind is my worst enemy.
And Hotel General Manager Peter whips up an engagement ceremony.
Why don't we do it in here?
But loses the happy couple.